Obviously, you had what I imagine was a pretty scary moment for you in this off season. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing mentally after going through that?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing good, I guess you could say. It's tough being out, knowing I can't be out there on the court with my team. So it's just something I got to go through, and I will overcome it, though.
What do you remember about that day?
To be honest with you, I can't. I remember nothing that day that happened. The only thing I remember is just waking up in the hospital knowing that my heart stopped at the time. So that I didn't even know we had practice that day. They said we had practice, and I can't even tell you what was going on.
When you woke up in the hospital, who was there? And I imagine you don't know why you're there. What's going through your mind at that moment?
I'd say Gary was there, and my mother then was there, and some of the coaches was there at the time. And, what was going through my mind was like, what's going on? Like, why am I here? So that was like, no, your heart stopped. And I was like, what happened? And, they tell me I used going up for a layup, taking a shot or something in practice, and your heart just stopped. You had trouble breathing. But I knew I had asthma, but only use my asthma when I'm sick. So I knew that wasn't, that couldn't have been the case. That's why it happened. So yeah, that was big for me. It was, I don't know.
Yeah,
it was tough.
Have they figured out yet what happened?
They just told me they had some thickness under my heart that stopped the blood from flowing. And when the blood stopped flowing, that's when my heart stopped at that time. So that's when they did CPR and it came back.
Yeah. A lot of people might go through that and be scared of playing basketball again. It seems like you're not, and you want to get back out here. Is that right? And why? Where does that come from?
Just I say just the fight that I have in myself. When I was young, I had to fight too. I was a premature baby, so I was 1 pound. I had to sit in the hospital for a couple months or months just to reach a certain pound to be healthy and get out again. So I had to fight through that. So I'm always a fighter. I believe in God as much as I can, So whatever the man got above store for me, that's what I'm going for. And I love basketball, so ain't gonna stop me from playing. So if it happens again, it'll happen out here on the court. So I'm good.
You were 1 pound. How premature were you?
I don't 1 pound.
Right.
That's sad, but I had to fight through it, and I did. So
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. Now that you're here, Gary said that he thinks you're going to find out within a week of whether or not you're going to be cleared. Is that right? Where are you at in the process?
I got my next appointment is November 5th. There I found out then I have 2 appointments on that day, one at 8 o'clock and one at 9. So I should know then whether I'm cleared or not. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play though, but I'll be cleared. It's really up to I guess how I react in practice or how the coaches feel on whether I play or not. But it feels really up to me. I'll probably say I will play.
Right.
But I missed a lot, and I'm not in the perfect shape to at the level they are right now. But it won't take me long to get there, but it takes some time. But so it all comes down to my health. And so how I feel about the situation. So
is there anything you can do, or is it just up to some tests and what the results of the tests come
it's
back?
really up to some tests and how the tests come back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's got to feel a little helpless, right?
Yeah, it's tough because it's really not me who's making the final decision. If I want to make the decision, I'd be out on the court right now, just because of how I feel. But I got to wait and hear from doctors, and so that's the tough part about it.
Yeah, I believe it. Moving on to this team and. Gary said he lived with you for a little bit when he came in. He's a guy.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people talking about this guy. What kind of guy is he?
Oh man, he's a terrific guy, man. I didn't know much about him when I first heard that he was coming here, but just when I woke up at the hospital, he was one of the first persons I seen, and I was like, oh yeah, he gonna be the guy. Like, I can tell if I need help, I can call on him. If or anything, if I need to go somewhere, I can call on him. If something happens, like this happened, he gonna be there. So that's just tell me what kind of guy Gary is, and I'm very thankful that I got a teammate that's like that. Many people don't have teammates just like that, but I do, and I can tell that he really cares. Like, I can say I was in the hospital for almost a week, and he spent hours in the hospital with me daily. So that was a major factor. Like,
It's got to be pretty special for a guy who you haven't really even known that long.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he don't know me. I don't know him like that. So why would he come in here and spend time with me in the hospital? But he did, and he got to know my family well. He spent time with my family, and that was great for him. And like, he one of the closest ones I'm related to on the team. Like, I love all my teammates, and you know, I treat everybody the same. But just knowing that he by my side every day in the hospital is special.
You're so far from home here,
Mm-hmm.
so far from home. You know, I mean, you couldn't have gone much further away. Was there ever a thought of, I got to get back home?
At times I did think about that, because not only did I want to just go back home, but I wanted to see my family, and they're a long way from home. So it was you know, it was sad because I couldn't wake up and see my older brother there beside me. So it was like, oh man, I got to get back home now. Like, but it didn't ever get to the point where I thought about going back home and stay home though. Like, cause I knew what I'm here for, and I'm used to being away from home. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna just go home and stay home because I got this going. I just wanted to go home so I can see my family and all my friends and let them know that I am okay though. Like, yeah, I might have had a heart problem. My heart probably stopped, but I'm okay. And I just wanted everybody to see that. And that was the only case of me going back home. And I actually went back home around September, early September, around my birthday. And it was very special. Like, you know, I seen a lot of my family. I seen a lot of my friends. I visited the school again, seen teachers and all that. And just to let them know that I'm okay.
Is your family supportive of you continuing to play basketball?
Oh yeah, they behind me 100%. They believe that my health should come first, and I also believe my health should come first. But they just more anxious to see me on the court as well. I'm ready to see myself. So yeah.